Right, so first of all, just want to get your thoughts on, do you think that use of VAR in the Premier League this season could increase the number of penalties that we see given?
No, not necessarily, no. I mean, the threshold we're working on are clear and obvious. I mean, generally we're leaving everything to the on-field referee. So it all depends on the communication, what the referee's seen, and obviously his explanation married up with the views. So if he has made a clear and obvious error, obviously the VAR will step in. Whether it will increase the penalties given, obviously only time will tell. The stats for the 69 games we've done in Carabao Cup and FA Cup hasn't shown a big increase in penalties given, no.
And of course you mentioned that the handball rule is not going to be changing, so therefore do you think that it's more increase in penalties linked to VAR being used, or the handball rules that have been used, say, example, in the Women's World Cup?
Once again, the way we operate with handball and the way we have done over the last 3, 4, 5 seasons in the Premier League is slightly different to how other competitions have operated. We're just going to carry on doing exactly the same as we have done. So we're expecting defenders' arms to be in natural positions when they challenge for the ball. If the ball strikes the hand, and as long as it's not away from the body or above the head, then we're not going to intervene. We'll just leave it as we normally have done. The referee will give an explanation. Yeah, I know it's hit the arm, but it's in a natural position for me. And if the replays once again show what the referee's seen, then we'll just be leaving it alone.
And just finally, how can you ensure that the pace and intensity of the Premier League isn't going to be hampered by the use of VAR this season?
That's one thing obviously we're conscious of. We're conscious of the Premier League product and why it's sold and why it's viewed around the world by so many people, and that's one of the main reasons, the pace intensity. So what we're tending to do is obviously limit the time we use the referee review area. So the lads who operate with VAR and the referees, there's a lot of trust between them. We've operated and worked with this for the last 2.5 years. So if the VAR advises on a decision to the referee, he's quite comfortable taking on board what the VAR is saying and making his decision from that advice. If it's completely out of kilter with what the referee expects, then he's still within his rights to go over to the RRA. But the limited use of the RRA, I think, will decrease the time, obviously, of the game being held up.
Sure, brilliant. And one final thing, can you just quickly summarise once again how the sort of decisions are going to be communicated to the people in the stadium during the game?
Yeah, in stadium, fortunately, we've got 18 clubs that have the large screen, so there will actually be graphics shown of what decision is being checked. So there'll be big graphics shown. When that decision has been checked, if there's going to be a review, it'll once again the graphics will explain that what the decision is, and then backing that up after that will actually be a replay of the decision being overturned. So it's a challenge has gone in, yellow card has been given by the referee. After the VAR has looked at it, it's been reviewed to a red card. That actual challenge will be shown in screen. As well as that, there'll be a PA announcement explaining to everyone, the visually impaired, etc., so they don't miss out on the experience as well. 2 grounds in the Premier League don't have the large screen, so all we can do there is utilise the scoreboards, the electronic scoreboards, so they'll get the graphics, but unfortunately they won't get the definitive view, the replay of the incident itself. But once again, they will still use the PA announcements as well.